So this is my high school. So this is where I spent 3 years of my life from the time I was 15 to 17 or so, St. Paul School in Concord, New Hampshire. And where I'm going to take you right now is where I first got my first glimpse of national politics in the U.S. Hey, thanks for reading the quote this morning.
Yeah, no problem.
That was good, really good. So right in this building, it was almost probably exactly 24 years ago, I was a 17-year-old high school senior, and I heard for the first time a young Arkansas governor named Bill Clinton speak. And what's so wonderful about going to high school in New Hampshire during a primary is that you have the candidates come through, and most of them in that day, all of the candidates came and spoke to us here, even though most of us were too young to vote. And I was in a class called Practical Politics, and it was through hearing Bill Clinton speak and my class that I worked on my very first presidential campaign. And I would stand on the side of the road as a 17-year-old in downtown Concord, New Hampshire, and with a Clinton 92 banner. People here take their job very seriously in voting, as I said before, meaning they go and listen to the candidates. They go meet the candidates. They go read what the candidates have to say. And a lot of them will make up their minds very, very late after having listened and learned and really educated themselves. And I don't think enough voters around the country do that. But here in New Hampshire, especially for the primary, they understand how much influence their votes today, just 1 million people, and certainly not all of them are eligible voters, but so just a few 100,000 people have such a strong voice in electing the next president of the United States, and it works. I graduated 24 years ago, and I was a very different person than I am now. So to come back as a successful alum and to tell my story as how I became an ambassador and how I took what I learned here, and it's wonderful.
A couple of us students actually got to go to the Republican debate on Saturday.
Oh, that would have been very cool.
Not me, unfortunately.
It's great. It's amazing. I never dreamed you'd be able to. I could come back here and be a sort of and be able to tell my story to young boys and girls who inevitably have some of the same anxieties and concerns that I did at that age. And so I'm happy to be able to do it. Really honored to be able to do it too. And on the New Hampshire primary day makes it all the better. Really great to meet you both. Thanks for saying hello.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'd love to do it. Yeah, that's great.
All right.
Thanks for the.
Have a great visit.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.